human beings assume we're the only people on Earth. Unfortunately, we aren't. There are millions of species on the surface of Earth. And most of the times, we make these decisions without even thinking of how these decisions we make affect every other thing in the ecosystem. My name is Tumsia Meimunaman Isa. I'm a veterinary doctor and an active field worker. AMR, this might sound new to a lot of people, but this is the looming pandemic that is about to hit, antimicrobial resistance. Have we wondered why we take drugs that we used to use years back and we quickly get better and we're back home? And then now you're using these drugs and they're not working. Some people will say NAFDAC are no longer doing their jobs. Some will say some of our brothers are producing substandard drugs. I'm not completely ruling out all those things, but have you asked yourself how you are contributing to this menace? So antimicrobial resistance basically means that the antimicrobials that are causing diseases, the bacteria, the fungi, the parasites, are now becoming resistant. And I would like to use this phrase: what does not kill you makes you stronger. As a veterinarian, I will be speaking, of course, from the One Health approach, but mainly I will be speaking from the angle of the animal health. So most of our farmers are contributing immensely to this problem by misuse, underuse, and overuse of antibiotics. So these antibiotics have been produced, or should I say have been manufactured, to be used at a certain quantity over a certain period of time and for a specific reason. But unfortunately, here in Nigeria, a lot of poultry farmers are guilty of antibiotics abuse. For the slightest problem that is avoidable, they use antibiotics. Not just use it, they overuse it and they underuse it. As a veterinarian, this is a very concerning problem. Research in Nigeria has shown that most Nigerians are at the risk of consuming edible products, edible poultry products, fish products, other livestock products that contain high amounts of antimicrobial residue. And when I say high amount, we're talking about over 64% of this edible products contain antimicrobial residues. Scientists in Nigeria took the pain to conduct research just to prove and have a substantive evidence that these antimicrobial residues are present in poultry byproducts and other livestock products. Ekene Vivian Ezenduka, in her research, found a 64% prevalence rate of antimicrobial residues in poultry edible byproducts in Enugu metropolis. Jalaluddin Rabbana Lawal et al., in his research of antimicrobial residues as a potential public health hazard, found that a large populace of Nigerians are at a high risk of consuming edible poultry byproducts with antimicrobial residues in them. Let's listen to a story of someone who found out that an antibiotics wasn't working for her.
Hello, my name is Precious, and this is my AMR story. So I think in October, I got sick, and then I just went to the clinic. I think it was, my sister was scared I was actually worse. So when we got to the clinic, we just had malaria injection and then typhoid medicine. So I started taking the typhoid, the antibiotic, and then it was again, so I was not getting better because I was supposed to take in the morning and in the evening. But I just wasn't getting better. My head was still aching. I could not really stand properly. So I had to take a break. I was advised to take a break, and then I started taking 1-1. I think about 2 weeks ago, I think a week ago, I felt sick again. And this was, I think, barely 2 weeks after I'd finished my medication. So we went to the hospital, did a blood count, and then it was said that my typhoid was very high, like 160. And I'd already taken antibiotics, so I think it wasn't, my body was not accepting that one. It was rejecting it. So what the doctor did was to give me Ciprotab, IV. So I had to take in the morning and in the evening for 2 days. And I'm better. There was no culture done because I already had an antibiotic in my system already. So I think I should actually go for a sensitivity test to be very sure of the antibiotic I should take next time. So I think it was partly my fault because I didn't really go into all the details and then do what I was supposed to do. So, but now that I know better, I know that my body can actually reject antibiotics. I don't know the cost, but I'll have to do a sensitivity test to know the one that works for me. And honestly, there is a antibiotic test that we can do, a sensitivity test that we can all do to know the antibiotic that works for each and every one of us. I will do mine, so please do yours. Thank you.
My dear animal owners, my dear farmers, do you know that you can reduce the use of antibiotics on your animals by adhering to strict sanitary and good hygienic practices? Giving clean and safe water to your animals, making sure the environment is clean, making sure their feed is free from microbes. Stay safe, stay clean, stay healthy.